What is up, guys? Evildoers Arm here today, and today I have for you a second method for gold making in Blade and Soul. So this method involves farming crafting materials from dungeons. So the example I'm going to use here is the Merry Potters, since that's one of the crafting guilds I'm in. If you're in any crafting guild where you can farm the materials, where it's not like required to gather the material from the another crafting or a gathering guild before that, this is a great way to make money. So even if you're not in the Merry Potters, you can go ahead and farm these items. So anyway, the first item that we're going to look at is called the Simulant Storm. So the Simulant Storm right now is going for about 40 silver. This price tends to fluctuate. 40 is actually pretty high. As you can see, it went for as low as 75 copper over there on the left. But it seems to be pretty steady throughout the later part of today at 40 silver. If it's lower, this method might not be worth it, as we'll get into it when we get to how you actually farm this item. But if it's in the higher end, it's definitely something to go for. If it's in the lower end, you might want to pass this up and try a different thing or looking for a different item to farm. Another one that I like to go for are the Viridian Poisons. So this is useful for low-level Merry Potters members. They need it for farming or for upgrading the Merry Potters level early in the game. And they're really not high enough level to go on and farm this on their own because the Pokey Dungeon you can't really do on your own. So it's been pretty steady, actually, at about 5 silver. It actually went up to about 10 silver in the middle hump there earlier in the day. So basically just check those, see what they're at. Next one we're looking at is Moonwater Tears, and they're stupidly cheap, so not worth it. And final one is Silverfrost Mountains Dews. These ones are actually pretty hard to farm on your own, unless you're really, really high AP. And they're only going for 4 silver as well, so you're actually much better off just farming the Viridian Poisons. So anyway, we're going to go and look to how you get these. So the first one we're going to look at is the Viridian Poison, and I'll put the time to gold and all that. So Viridian Poisons are farmed from Lakeside Cash in Jadestone Village. So I'm going to fast travel over there, and I'll see you at the next part of the video. Alright, so we're at the Lakeside Cache at Jadestone Village. It's right across the pond as soon as you walk in. And this is a super fast dungeon, and I've got the numbers up on the screen. So depending on the price of it, so 0.01 gold to 0.05 gold, so 1 silver to 5 silver based on the price per minute. You can actually get more of these drops, and sometimes you don't get drops. It drops anywhere from 0 to 3 is the most I've ever seen running this. So if you get really, really lucky, you could be looking at 15 silver per run, so 15 silver per minute. So basically a 3x multiple on the gold per hour of to 9 gold per hour if you get super lucky. But realistically, you can expect to be pulling between 0.6 to 3 gold per hour using this dungeon. Not the most efficient way to make money, but if you're a lower level character and you were looking for some gold, this is actually one of the better ways to make gold relatively easily. As well as this, there's the Pokey Soul Shield accomplishment. You have to collect all 8 pieces of his Soul Shield, and then you will go on and get that. So there you see me getting one of the Viridian Poisons. Like I said, you can get between 0 and 3. Alright, so the next one we've got here is the Simulant Storm farm. So this one, I got the gold numbers up on the screen again, plus the other things you can expect to get from it. So you're looking at 0.07 gold to 0.27 gold, so 7 silver to 27 silver per minute based on running this dungeon. It's a relatively easy dungeon to run, but you need to be high-ish AP to be able to one-shot the boss before it gets into the next stage. My Destroyer's at 700 AP, so there's a little gauge for you on what you need to be hitting to be able to take the boss down, and I do it with a couple of seconds to spare. So I'd say about 650 is what you should be looking at. But this dungeon's super easy to run. Otherwise, the bosses aren't hard, there's no difficult mechanics, and if you're max level, you can just run through it. So with that speed, you're looking at about 4.2 to 16.2 gold per hour, which is actually it's comparable to the first method if you're at the 40 silver as we were when we just checked it on the market. But realistically, these end up going anywhere from like 10 to 20, and I'm sure after people start seeing this video, the price is going to drop further, so that's why I've got the lower number up there to expect for beating this bosses. In addition to that, you also can get the Raptor Soul Shield, as well as the Dark Sandstorm costume, as well as the beating this boss X number of times for accomplishments. So that's about 40 points in accomplishments you get from doing this dungeon. If you watch my accomplishment videos, I think I actually end up using this one for one of them. But anyway, there you see the Simulant Storm. There you see how much it goes. Well, you get 2 of them every time you beat the boss. There's no random number on this. It's just you get 2. And then the loot chest has the chance to have the Dark Sandstorm costume, which I don't end up getting in this video. But anyway, so I hope you found these useful, guys. So as you can see, we got 2 different ways to make money. One's more geared towards lower level, one more geared towards higher. These are pretty good methods. I use them both when I'm getting bored of running dungeons, or if I've outran my dungeons for the day and I'm trying to make gold, I'll run these little dungeons over. There's also some other ones that I'm going to go through. I'll put them up in other videos. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you found this useful, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next video. Peace.